here at ET Live. I've got a really special guest, and I'm happy to be a stan, so I'm excited too. You guys, please welcome Mr. James Bay. All right. Woo! Thanks for coming to hang out.
Thank you for having me, man.
You got a new record. You're finally back.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. So are they. You guys will be chatting for the next 10 minutes or so. If you have any questions for James, leave them in the comments and we'll get him here to the iPad. But, man, how does it feel to be putting out another piece of music out there into the world?
It feels great.
Yeah?
It's for me, like, you know, releasing music is great, and then I get a huge kick out of being able to tour it for a while. As I've shown, I toured my first album for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
It rounded out at about that amount of time.
That's a long time for one record.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the fact that there was the opportunity to do that was amazing. But there just kind of comes that moment where, you know, the love for touring, it kind of, it shines a little less bright.
Yeah.
Because it needs, you know, I started to just want more songs in the set, more music, different music, new music. So you got to step away. I chose to. It's different times now. You don't necessarily have to go away while you create, but I chose to go away for a moment.
You did.
Kind of slow down, take a bit of a break.
Yeah.
And I say take a break.
Did you take a break, or were you
For
just
a few days
immediately writing new stuff?
We stopped touring at the very end of December in 2016. And by January, so we got home, there was Christmas, and there was New Year's, and January 2nd I started working on the new record. And so the songs came together pretty quick, and then it was just about sort of finessing the sounds on the record, and it is great to be back with new music.
Wow, so your break was Christmas, was the holidays.
Essentially, yeah.
And then you're like, I'm ready I got some stuff
I kind of woke up on at the very beginning of January 2017, and there was nothing in the diary, and there was this feeling of, well, now I guess I just have to sort of float.
Right.
I didn't like that. I needed some purpose.
Was there any pressure coming off such a huge debut record and something that you toured, like you mentioned, 3 to 4 years?
Yeah.
Like, did you feel that pressure to come up with the next great thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I do love that.
Yeah.
There's a fuel that you can take from that, and I kind of enjoy. I figure if there's no pressure, then there's no like excitement. You know, it's like before you go on stage, you need some nerves, or else it doesn't matter. You know, it has to matter to you.
Oh, so you harness it, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You use it in your favor.
I really do, and I love that about that part of the process.
Right.
And the same goes for touring as well. So, and it's still there, obviously. You know, and you kind of hope that never goes away.
So Electric Light is the name of the album. It's out May 18th. I want to talk about the cover art real quick first, though, because I'm loving this evolution, James. Look at you. I mean, you look like a model.
I'll take that.
You know, you were handsome before, but now you're really leaning into it.
Well, I enjoy, you know, this kind of evolution, this thing that I think it's kind of it's kind of a duty for any artist to explore and push boundaries, their own boundaries, and you know, my most important sort of relationship in all of this is the one I have with my fans. And you know, a relationship doesn't stay great if you don't kind of test it a little bit. You've got to sort of push forward, and I say all of this, and all of that is very important to me, but it is still me.
It is still you.
It is, you know,
Absolutely.
it's me who sung all the songs on the first record, and I still enjoy playing those songs.
I mean, it's just you without the hat and a haircut. Was that image overhaul a deliberate choice, or were you just bored with the long hair?
Both.
Both. Okay.
I had long hair for over 10 years, and so it was a deliberate choice to do something else. You know, it came, but it was a deliberate choice because I started making this new music for Electric Light.
Yeah.
And it was in that moment that I realised the music wasn't for that old look. It was for you know, a kind of a new chapter.
So next record, are we gonna get like blonde hair?
Who knows? I'm ruling nothing out.
What has the reaction been since you cut your hair?
It's been great. I think there's something great about both ends of the spectrum there.
Totally.
You know, my thing was if everybody's in the middle and doesn't really care, then that sort of ties in the same with like pressure for a second record. You want that pressure.
Right.
You know, because it means it matters. And
Totally.
and I've had this amazing reaction to all of it. And for all of that, eventually after I some photos went out of me with a haircut, I put new music out, and that's when I really cared about a response. And Wild Love went out, and everybody said they loved it.
And they went wild for it.
What'd
your girlfriend think of the new look?
She was into it.
She was into it, right?
She'd known the long hair for a long time, and it was just it was time to mix it up.
Let's talk about Electric Light.
Sure.
There are more up-tempo songs in this one than the first record. How would you compare this record to the last one?
I've explored some new sounds. I've explored some synthesized sounds and some more electronic drum sounds. and I've kind of just smashed them up against what are more traditional sounds for me, and some more familiar sounds from Chaos and the Calm, the first record. I've just sort of smashed the two together. I was able to kind of access a bit more sort of energy from those new sounds, as well as playing the old sounds in a different way. The other thing that's sort of different about this record, my first record, I made it and I hadn't really toured at all with like a band, with like a bigger sound. So that I guess that's half the reason for the more up-tempo moments on Electric Light. I was looking for that because I was thinking, you do think, personally, I think a lot about the live show while I'm making a record as well. And I sometimes, I guess, you kind of write to that.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of one of the reasons for it.
You tell me, what song on the album can you not help but like blare in your car, or you just start getting into that? Do you have like a secret dance side to you that we haven't seen yet?
Yeah, maybe. There's a song called In My Head. Look out for In My Head.
Okay.
And there's a song called Wanderlust.
Is that the one we're going to be turning up and just being
I mean,
like,
I'm going to tell you you're going to be turning all of them up. Yeah.
the whole
That's
thing.
what I'm going to tell you.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Actually, I'm going to take this question from Claudia.
Sure.
First of all, she says she loves you.
Okay.
She wants to know, what song are you most excited for your fans to hear? So that kind of ties into...
What song am I most excited? That's the toughest question.
Is it?
Because at this point the album isn't out yet, right. So I'm most excited for them I'm most excited for them to spend time with the whole album.
Is there one in particular that you connect with the most? Or is it all of them? Because all your babies.
They are all my babies.
Yeah.
It's tough though. A song called I Found You that I've been really feeling recently, I guess.
Okay. Megan wants to know, who would you love to collaborate with? And she says she could see you working with Justin Bieber.
Well, that's a cool thing for somebody to say. You know, at this point, I've been really kind of focused on proving myself.
Right.
I love collaborating and you know, when I see other artists doing it, I'm always, you know, it always looks awesome and it's always really impressive and everything. And I've never given it an enormous amount of thought because I've always been trying to put myself across.
Totally.
But there's kind of there's a long list.
Yeah. Anyone you would like invite on tour maybe to jump on stage with you for one song?
Beyonce.
Ash wants to know, what was your experience like on SNL? Like, do you have any behind the scenes, secrets? Because that show is intense.
A flash by like a dream. It's a bit of a blur, but it is amazing.
So you and your girlfriend have been together for so long, and you know, the older you get and the longer you're with someone, there's a lot of pressure to put a ring on it. Do you feel that pressure?
Oh, well, yeah, sure. There's all sorts of... I think at the moment, with this new record coming out, I'm going to deal with that pressure.
She loves promoting you. I've seen her on Twitter. Like, she loves sharing your stuff.
She's good.
So
She's cool.
You guys can hit the road together for now.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
There's a lot of Love You James coming through, by the way.
That's cool.
So, yeah, people love you, man.
The love is sent right back.
Thanks for coming and hang out with us today.
Course.
Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The record's going to be fire, guys. May 18th, Electric Light, you guys.